G'day gang, Danny, how you going? We're back in the High Isle. Lady Arabelle would like to continue talking, but I think what we'll do is we'll actually take a step outside. No, hang on a second.
Yes, Zachi promised not to drink until Queen Irene was safe, but that was before Zachi saw the Colossus of Gonfalon Bay break apart. No one can expect Zachi to stay sober after that.
Fair enough, Captain Zaji. Fair enough. The real Investigator Vale. Lawbook discovered. The popular mystery novels detailing the cases of Investigator Vale have sold millions of copies. The adventures of the famous Breton detective are as sought after in Windhelm and Skywatch as they are in Daggerfall. However, unlike other authors, the creator of Investigator Vale refuses to share the stage with her amazing heroine. In fact, her identity has remained anonymous and unknown until now. This chronicler at large began researching this mystery after hearing the story of a former member of the Ring of Daggers, the intelligence branch of the Daggerfall Covenant. This former member, according to the story, was not only a master spy, but a formidable detective, a consummate warrior, and a daring adventurer. The more I researched this remarkable woman, the more she reminded me of the fictitious Vale. I had to meet this woman, so I began my hunt for Arabelle DeVoe. Arabelle was born in Wayrest in 2E527. She grew up in a noble household, attending the best schools in High Rock. A rambunctious youth and rebellious teenager, she ran away from home at the age of 15 to join a mercenary group that helped defend High Rock from the invading horde that stormed out of the Reach. She went on to fight in a number of battles across the continent before finding a place with the Lion Guard. By 2E560, she had earned the rank of captain and commanded a squad of the Lion Guard's finest soldiers. That's where she first came to the attention of Emric, King of Wayrest and future High King of the Daggerfall Covenant. Now, Arabelle's exploits read like the most outrageous of Vale's stories. She was reported to have dispatched bandit lords, marauding trolls, and enemy forces with style and panache. And rumours indicated she had multiple lovers of all races and genders in a dozen different towns, cities, and ports of call. Life was her adventure, and she rushed to meet it the way she charged to meet every enemy in battle. Scandalous tales even connect her to High King Emric in a romantic fashion, especially during the year she served on his personal guard. Whatever the truth is, it's obvious that Arabelle impressed Emric, and when he forged the Ring of Daggers, she was one of the first recruits. When Arabelle turned 50, she decided it was time to start a new chapter in her life. She graciously resigned from the Ring of Daggers and took up the role of a world traveller, finally getting to leisurely visit people and places she used to only get to see as part of a job. Claiming she was now too old to deal with the intrigue, spycraft, and rumours of war, Arabelle became a lady of leisure, securing suites and spending long and luxurious weeks in one exotic location after another. I caught up with her in the city of the Orcs, or Sinium. Chronicler Arabelle DeVoe, it's a pleasure to meet you after all the amazing stories I read. Did you really take down 4 river trolls single-handedly to stop the attacks against the people of Kerbol's Hollow? Arabelle, actually it was 6 swamp trolls, but I didn't want it to seem like I was bragging in the official report. Chronicler, you've led a remarkable life. Mercenary, adventurer, soldier, spy. Now I understand you have a new passion. Care to tell my readers all about it? Arabelle, my passion is travel and sightseeing, but if your readers want to hear about my adventures as a tour guide... Chronicler, don't play coy, Lady Arabelle. You know exactly which passion I'm referring to, and it begins with Investigator Vale. Arabelle, well, I suppose you found me out. I've grown rather fond of those daring stories of crime and drama, and I'm not ashamed to say I love how bawdy the investigator can be. Gets my old blood boiling, if you know what I mean. Chronicler, come, Lady Arabelle, admit it, you're the author of the Investigator Vale books. Arabelle, author, me? Do these elegant fingers look cramped and strained from holding a quill for hours at a time? Do you see any ink stain on my hands? Chronicler, but isn't it true that you moulded Vale after your own exploits? That it's a thinly veiled autobiography of your time as a spy for High King Emric? Arabelle, what an imagination you have, Chronicler. Are you sure you aren't the author of Vale's amazing adventures? Chronicler, me? Don't be absurd. I report the news, not create elaborate fictions. Arabelle, if you say so, my dear. Chronicler, but isn't it true that you still dabble in solving mysteries, that you choose places to visit based on what crimes and conspiracies are currently confounding local authorities? Arabelle, do I? Oh, I hadn't noticed. Chronicler, my gods, you practically admitted you played Sheath the Dagger with High King Emmerich in Investigator Vale and the High Rock Revolt. Arabelle, I did no such thing. And besides, Emmerich's dagger would more accurately be described as a sort of, oh, hey. Chronicler, see, you did it again. Arabelle, right, whatever you feel like you must, dear. As for me, I'm late for dinner with Captain Gorzar of the Orsinium Guard. It's been a long time since I enjoyed the company of a lascivious orc, and I hear she's been having trouble catching a museum thief. Chronicler, well, there you have it, faithful reader. Lady Arabelle confessed to being the author of the Investigator Vale mysteries. I solved a case worthy of the famous detective herself. Right. I don't know. It sounds a lot like you there, Arabelle. I haven't read your book, so let's have a little look around your house. Investigator Vale on the Reach. Oh man. Investigator Vale, the Curse of Mandrake Manor. What? What? Vale and the Haunted Lighthouse, the Shadow Fellows. She's got the whole collection. Retinue of Shambles Part 3. Oh my goodness, I could be here all day reading all these. Retinue of Shambles Part 2. Vale and Vardenfell. Okay. Well, somebody said maybe I should just do a series where I read books. I probably could do something like that. Reading all these books. A Deadly Toll. Wow. So what's this one? This one's all... What's this one about? The Curse of Mandrake Manor? You have no ghost, my dearest friend. The culprit is in fact Palwen the blacksmith. Investigators Vale's words echoed off the walls as the crowd gathered in the library around Lady Mandrake gasped. Heads turned in all directions, seeking the accused. In the back of the room, the blacksmith stood nervously. A look of utter guilt spread across his face, even as he shook his head from side to side. What are you talking about? There was no way a mere mortal could have caused all this trouble, he said defensively. How could I sneak into a locked room and murder the butler? How could I hide the body when I was in my forge the entire time? You have no evidence, wench! The room fell silent as all eyes once again turned to Investigator Vale. The insult didn't seem to faze her in the least. Her eyes sparkled in the flickering candlelight as she drew back her shoulders and tilted her chin up, slightly so that her raven hair fell across her back. The fingers of her right hand curled into a tight fist. Seemed to clutch something. She made a deliberate show of rotating her fist and letting her fingers fall open to reveal a shiny bronze key in the shape of a skull. Oh, you have once again underestimated me, dear Palwen, Vale said. The evidence is clear and the nose on your face. You were the only one who had access to the skeleton key, the one lost by the Lord of Mandrake Manor. Palwen's eyes widened. He stumbled over his words before collecting himself. Then he said, You don't know that was mine? How did you even get it? Wait, you used me. Vale's head rolled back as a joyous laugh erupted from a long, elegant throat. Oh, you silly little man. Of course I used you. Those drinks we shared last night. I added a tincture to yours that allowed me to search your rooms after you fell into a deep sleep. It was then a simple matter for me to see exactly what was out of place. Vale, now moving around about the room and playing to her audience, continued. Scratches on the floor by the bookshelf clearly revealed evidence of a hidden door, gloves casually tossed in a corner, stained with blood, boots caked with grass from the forest where the bodies were found, and this key, sitting on your nightstand for anyone to see. What does any of that prove except that you drugged me? Palwen cried. It proves everything, Vale said happily. Instead of a ghost, we have a disgruntled blacksmith who wandered the tunnels beneath the manor. Tunnels that could only be accessed with this key. What started as a scheme to frighten and blackmail the Lord, shame on you for that, eventually led to murder. No, Palwen screamed. I won't be cheated out of what's mine, not again. He drew a dagger from his belt and rushed toward Vale. She stepped to the side at the last possible moment, setting Parwin off balance and headlong into the wall. He fell, his own dagger protruding from his chest. Murder never pays, Vale said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bottle of aqua vitae waiting for me, and another mystery. There's always another mystery. Okay, let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. There's another book out. What's Captain Keelan's log? New voyage. Under contract, Lady Arabelle DeVoe. Double standard rates, ensuring Agent Wayrest, Treasury Edwina Gayring. Entry 1 Wayrest, weather grey but calm. We've been cooling our heels here for days. The Ring of Bladeswoman, Copper, is a real card sharp. She talks little, wins a lot, and won't say more than 2 words about cargo. Finally underway. We're to set sail southwest and not ask a lot of questions. The noble cadre that came aboard was quite the scene. Here's hoping no one on the docks noticed all of those fine folk trying so hard not to be obvious. Entry 3, passing Daggerfall, weather calm. I don't know who High King Emmerich thinks he's fooling, but I know that voice anywhere. The man's got the pipes of a Nordskald and he talks loud enough for the entire ship to hear. I just hope the crew keeps their eyes down and their mouths shut. The High King finally brought me into his confidence. He really had no choice, since I insisted. We're to make for the sisters' archipelago archipelago is the way they say it. After we rendezvous with 2 ships along the way, flying Dominion and Pact flags. Some kind of high-level talks, I'd wager. But then, I'm being paid not to gamble today. Entry 6, west of Strossum Kai. Weather clear and calm, rendezvous with a perfect pounce. And Camel's Bane, I know Captain Zaji and Suzu by reputation, but I've never had the pleasure of meeting either of them in person. Now, not sure you can call trading signals across the open sea in person, but close enough, I suppose. We're going to sail together for the rest of the voyage. Entry 9, Abeshan Sea, weather variable. The weather is acting strangely. I've sailed these waters 100 times or more and never seen them quite like this. Hopefully these squalls will clear before we sight the Colossus. Meantime, I'm going to catch up on my reading. Grab copies of Lust and Lovebirds by Tanillin Wyrorian, and the latest Investigator Vale novel, The Haunted Lighthouse, before we sailed out of Wayrest. Figured these should tide me over until we get back to the mainland. Entry 12, Sisters in sight, weather stormy. Barely caught sight of High Isle before a storm hit hard. I've called for lines for everyone on the crew, even went below decks and told His Royal Highness to get ready for rough seas. The guards didn't appreciate that, but he did. Maybe laugh. Don't think we'll be able to keep formation with the other vessels in the storm. It came out of nowhere, like nothing I've experienced before in these waters. Might be my last log entry. Seas are rough as a dune ripper's ass. No light off Gonfalon head, so we're blind. Tava, you she-bitch, you owe me one. Let us survive this. Stuff that. I'll get us through this like I always do, with me and my crew. Right. Captain Colleen. Yeah, so we better get out of here because there's so many Investigator Vale books that I'm going to be tempted. This entire episode will just be me reading the book. Whether that's a bad thing or not, I don't know. But yeah, it is kind of cool that they're all here. Or at least a whole bunch of books. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the main quest for now. I want to go outside and have a little look. See if there's any side quests we can get done. Because I feel like we saw a whole bunch before.
Look there. That's the one what bested Captain Blackheart and banished his crew.
That's me. Alright, so let's have a look over here. I know I saw something. Saw one around here somewhere. Oh, Jakan. That's main quest. You just gonna go and tell me to go see Vale?
Just who I was looking for. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor. And yes, you guessed it, she has another task that requires our precise expertise.
What does Lady Arabelle need this time, Jakan?
Well, we still need to find the, delegates, right? While I kept the nobles at Castle Navir distracted with my rippling muscles, you grabbed that map from Duchess Alea. Lady Arabelle thinks it can help us with our lost delegates problem.
So we need to investigate the sites marked on the map.
You probably skip right to the end of a book to see what happens, don't you? Yeah. Lady Arabelle wants us to check out the sites. You, me, Captain Colleen, and my beautiful Valencia. But she really wants to give you our marching orders personally.
Alright, I'll go see Lady Arabelle. But first I'm just going to have a little look around the town. Work in Gonfalon Bay. Work in Gonfalon Bay? Are you good with a blade or a bow? How about an axe? Can you cast death? Dealing spells with the greatest of ease? Are you willing to explore the most dangerous regions of High Isle and Amenos? Do you want to earn gold and glory the old-fashioned way? Then we have a job for you. Seek out Gruzeg in the north central district of Gonfalon Bay for details. I think this is going to lead me to the daily quest, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay.
You're a new face. Must be here about the notice, am I right? Of course I'm right. If you need work and aren't too concerned about the risks, then we should talk. I assure you I'm a fully sanctioned representative of the Gonfalon Bay authorities.
What sort of work are you hiring for?
Oh, you misunderstand. I'm not the hirer, just an agent. More of an administrator, really. I make sure the job brokers are on the up and up. Speak to Waylode, Paris Plouffe, or Druid Pisca. They hire adventurers on a daily basis.
Alright, I'm ready. How do I sign up for one of these jobs?
Easy as piercing a gore apple with my tusk. If you prefer to work alone, go see Waylode. If you want to work as part of a group, then talk to either Paris or Druid Pisca. Here's a modest advance to show how serious we are about these opportunities.
Right.
Remember, Waylode provides jobs you can handle on your own, while Paris and Druid Pisca deal in work that requires a group to complete safely. You'll be paid handsomely for every task you complete. I guarantee.
No worries, Gruzek. Okay, so I'll leave those. That's probably something I'll do once I've finished High Isle. I'm sure we'll see some of those areas anyway while we're questing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes.
This is not good.
You're still here, buddy.
Rigert needs help.
All right.
Again.
Rig it. So looking over here, I can see there's a quest. There's a quest here, there's a quest over there. Let's see what Rigget needs.
Why, it is you, bestest friend. I never expected to see you here on High Isle. This is most fortunate because I have a little problem again. I am Large Delegate, but I lost my scepter.
Large Delegate?
That is what King Yoren told me. He said, Rigert, go to High Isle and be Ebonheart Pact Cultural Ambassador. And be Large, Delegate and Large. That is me. But I lost my scepter of office. I had it with me last night, but now I can't find it.
Do you mean Delegate at Large?
Yes, I went out with Delegates Tanillin and Ulgonash last night. We ate and drank like kings. I don't remember all that happened, but I spent most of my gold. And I lost my official scepter. Will you help me look for it? I can pay you a little.
I'll help you find your scepter of office.
I've been thinking very hard, and it hurts. We should begin at the Ancient Anchor. That is where I went last night with the other diplomats. The innkeeper was angry with me this morning, but she might talk to you. Meet you there.
How did you get here, Rigget? I thought the delegations were lost at sea.
I was sent weeks ago to party in advance. No, that is not quite right. To be part of advance party. When diplomats meet for talks, their helpers usually gather ahead of time to begin making friends. And drink. I am good at that.
I'm surprised the Nord Cultural Exchange is still in business.
Thanks to you it is. Last time you helped make the cultural exchange glorious success. So much success. King Yoren said we didn't need to send culture to High Isle. Then I told him you might be here to help again. He said I could come.
Who are Tanillin and Ulgonash exactly?
They are delegates too. Tanillin is very important elf from Aldmeri Dominion, and Ulgonash is noble orc from Daggerfall Covenant, who brings culture wherever he goes. I don't remember what we talked about. It must have been another diplomatic success.
Any chance one of them has your scepter?
Must think again. No. We parted ways with great enthusiasm in street just outside the ancient anchor. I went back inside and I had it with me then. I need my scepter of office. I can't lose another one or they'll dock my pay.
Alright, Riggs, I got it. I got you, fella, just like I do every single time. You just keep on drinking, pal. Go to the Anchor Inn.
None. I'm sorry about that little scene. Some people are unbelievable.
I must have committed great diplomacy last night. Ask her about my scepter, friend.
You committed great diplomacy, did you?
I'm sorry about that little scene. Some people are unbelievable. Welcome to the Ancient Anchor. What can I do for you?
Some people are unbelievable. I agree. We're looking for a missing scepter.
Oh, you're with this Nord? I'm not all that worried about what he left here. I'm worried about what he took. A night's worth of food, drink, and entertainment, all without paying. He and his friends skipped out on their bill.
What happened?
Like I said, they ate and drank all night in a private room. When I noticed it was too quiet, I looked in and they were all gone. Someone's gotta settle up. Your friend left his scepter? It'll do as collateral until I get paid.
You found a scepter. That is good. And I remember now. I wanted to pay the bill to impress the other delegates, but now I don't have the coin to do that again. We have to get them to pay their shares. I can't lose another scepter.
What else do you remember about last night?
Let me see. Tanillin didn't seem to be having fun, so I bought her a special drink. And then Ulgonash wanted dessert. I asked the man in the back for something sweet so my friends could have a good time. We headed back to our own lodgings after that.
You said you bought a special drink for Tanillin?
Oh yes, I am good diplomat. So I thought she would like something to remind her of home. After that, Tanillin kept asking for more drinks. We all laughed and had fun. We said goodnight just outside. She got in her carriage and drove off for home.
And Ulgonash wanted a dessert.
We might have been arguing about where to get the best cake in Hrothgar. That made us want cake. But the man in the back room said he did not have cake. So I asked him to give me whatever he had. For Ulgonash.
Where can I find Tanillin and Ulgonash?
I think Tanillin is staying at Steadfast Manor, a little way outside of town. She likes Lord Bakaro's gardens. Ulgonash rented a small house in Gonfalon Bay near the West Gate. Here, I'll be right behind you. When my head stops spinning.
Let's go, Izzy. House near the West Gate. We know where the other one is, because we've been there already. Let's see. Just past the crafting area. Oh, they got a tip jar. Hang on. What? What is that? What's going on over there? Oh my goodness. Am I seeing things? Secrets. So she just stays still the whole time? That's her thing? Can I tip? Oh, she moved. And then she dances. All right. What other tricks you do? She gonna go back into statue form? That gets her moving. All right, now what's going on over there? Let's go down. Let's go down. Ugh. Is this some sort of strange secret I've uncovered? I've found? I'm witnessing here? The rider in the sky? Oh, wait a minute. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Is it? What? I wish I could zoom in and see what they actually look like. If it's just like a guard? I can't tell. Hello up there. Oh man. Maybe Riggett slipped me something when I wasn't looking. I've seen all these things. Okay. Like before I thought I saw a ship in the sky as well.
Ulgonash is a... Can you help me? There's been a...
I don't understand. Ask him what happened.
Can you help me? There's been a terrible mistake. I'm with the Daggerfall Covenant diplomatic mission. But this guard doesn't believe me. I'm not what he thinks I am.
I'm here with Riggett the Brash. Can you tell me what happened?
Riggett! He got me into this mess. Last night after dinner, we were talking about our favorite places in Rothgar. He disappeared into the back and returned with a bag. He said something about getting a dessert for me.
And what happened next?
I left. On my way home, this guard stopped me. I told him what I thought about that, so he frisked me. It turns out the bag was filled with skooma. I didn't know, I swear. Can you talk to Sergeant Dupertis? I've got diplomatic immunity.
Oh no, mate, not the
You better
skooma.
talk to the guard. Ulgonash won't be able to pay his share of the tab if he's in prison.
I'm sure Ulgonash spun you a sad tale. Criminals will say just about anything to avoid going to prison. He even told me he was a diplomat. Hope he's got a better story for the city magistrate.
I believe this is all a mistake. Ulgonash really is a diplomat.
If I had a gold coin for every criminal who tells me he's got friends in high places, I'd be a wealthy man. Word of warning, Mainlander. Make false statements to an officer of the law, and you'll be in front of the magistrate too.
There must be some way to straighten this out.
I'll free Ulgonash if we catch the criminal who refined the moon sugar. There's a smuggler named Burjack Catalan who hangs around the Ancient Anchor. We're sure he deals in skooma, but we haven't been able to prove it. He's the criminal I really want.
How can I help?
Follow Burjack Catalan and find where he keeps his contraband. I'll need you to bring me proof he's got skooma. We've tried to arrest him before, only to come up empty-handed. I saw Burjack in Gonfalon Square earlier. If you're in, start there.
I'm in.
You are very clever, friend. Just find Berjack Catalan's ill-gotten booty, and I'll get my scepter back. It's simple.
So simple. Okay. Confront, go to find Burjack. Let's go find Burjack first. A guard still in the sky. Strange happenings going on around town, folks. Strange happenings.
What a night. Time for a little nightcap. What are you up to? Be about your business and leave me alone.
Okay. Act casual, Isabel. Act casual. Look at this guy stumbling along. Alright, off we go. Izzy, let's go. Bazar, come on. Guy doesn't have a clue that we're following him. Just a tiger, a lady with a shield, a dude in full armor and a big axe. Just happen to be walking all in the same direction. Surprised he doesn't fall flat on his face a couple times. How far this guy's got to go? Oh, all the way over there, right. Come on, dude, you can do it. Take us to the schooner. Take me to the schooner, fella. Oh, this is the hot zone. Right. In he goes, and so too do we. What? Dreaming about skooma or something? Well, there's skooma, a bottle of skooma. Gathered all the evidence that we need to gather. Let's get out of here. Take it back to the Sarge.
What is it?
Hey, Abs.
Ah, you are back.
Did you find Bergerac?
The dessert. Sergeant Upertis is waiting.
I've got the dessert.
Did you find Bergerac Catalan? More importantly, did you bring back any proof that he's dealing in skooma? Someone has to go to prison today. I'd rather take him than your friend here.
I followed him to his house and I found his cash. Here's proof.
I knew it! Thank you, Mainlander. We've been trying for months to catch Bergerac Catalan with incriminating evidence, but he can smell a guard from a block away. He hides it all before we get anywhere near him.
So you'll let Ulgonash go free?
I'm true to my word. I'm after the smuggler who's bringing skooma into my town. Not some drunken fool who ends up with a vial in his pocket. But tell your friend if I see him anywhere near Moon Sugar again, I'll arrest him on the spot.
I'll tell him.
Excellent. Ulgonash has paid his debt to society. Another diplomatic triumph.
That's better. I can't thank you enough. Without your help, I'd still be under arrest. Now, what's all this about Rigert and his missing scepter?
The innkeeper won't give the scepter back to Rigert until someone pays last night's tab.
No one paid the innkeeper? I don't understand. We ate and drank quite a lot last night, but Rigert said he'd taken care of it. I would never skip out on a bill. We have to make this right. What do you need me to do?
Are you willing to pay your share of the bill to the innkeeper?
Gladly. I'll head back to my rooms and clean myself up. As soon as I can feel my fingers again, I'll meet you back at the inn with a coin for my share. It's the least I can do.
All right.
Excellent! Good thing we came along when we did. I can't imagine how he got himself into this situation.
You have absolutely no idea or recollection, eh? Alright, let's go to Steadfast Manor. Quickest way would be to utilize that. There is a way shrine just over here somewhere. Steadfast Manor. Man, it's always raining, isn't it? Always stormy out here. No, that's not who I'm looking for. Tanillin, where are you? Upstairs, upstairs.
Oh, she must have taken ill after dinner last night. Is that a note by the bed?
Patient, female high elf, age unknown, Tanillin, an outmarried Dominion diplomat, condition intoxicated, incidental poisoning. It seems this foolish woman was encouraged to drink a great deal of rot meth last night, despite never having tried it before. She will likely be miserably ill for days. If her condition worsens, crush a mammoth ear leaf and dab a few drops of the juice on her lips. I saw several plants on the grounds, but I am told they are not to be cut without Lord Baccaro's permission. The juice is purgative and will bring up the rot meth, along with everything else. Healer Genial.
Look for a mammoth ear plant in the woods near the manor. We need to wake her up.
I'm on it. Mammoth here, mammoth here. Aha. Oh, that is a big one. A bit of leaf from a mammoth ear plant.
Crush the leaf and give her the juice.
If she wakes up, we can tell her about her share of the bill. It worked! She's awake! I was a little worried that she might be dead.
Surely death would be more preferable to this. Still, I thank you for waking me. I was having the most horrific dreams. Who are you again?
I'm GameolioDan, and I'm helping Rigget. What happened last night?
In the spirit of cultural bridge building, I joined Ulgonash and Rigget for dinner. A routine exchange, but Rigget ordered food and drinks all night long. Why? What's going on?
The innkeeper says that no one paid the bill.
Oh, I'm afraid I have no idea if I paid or not. I don't even remember leaving the inn. It's entirely possible that I forgot to contribute toward the bill in my condition. What in the world did I have to drink?
The healer's note said you drank rot meth, a lot of it.
Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. No wonder I got sick. I promise I'll return to the inn and settle up soon. Now, if you'll excuse me, all of a sudden, I'm not feeling so good.
You don't look so good. Oh no.
Diplomatic success. Now, let us return to the inn and settle this bill.
You got it. Alright. I'll meet you there, Rigget. We don't need to be seeing this or hearing the noises. Let's go, Izzy. Right. To the inn.
Right, that's settled. I hope you all have learned your lesson. Don't pay the bill to shady characters in a back room.
We are in agreement. I hope this means I can have my scepter back.
I admit it, I didn't expect to see you again. But your three friends finally came back to pay their bill. They even added a little extra for all the trouble.
Can Rigard have his scepter of office back then?
Unlike some people in this room, I remember to pay my debts when they're due. These three ninnies came back and paid what they owed. So here's the scepter. You should tell your friends to use more common sense in the future.
I'm still not sure what happened here.
Your friend Rigard happened. First, he bought the High Elf Rotmeth, thinking it was a taste of home for her. After that, he tried to get a sugary dessert for the orc and mistook a skooma dealer in the back room for one of my staff.
And then what?
The skooma dealer gave Rigard something for his friend the orc, all right. Rigard decided that settled the bill. He came back and told the others he'd taken care of it. They were both far too drunk to sort it out. Ninnies, all of them.
Every single one of them.
I am positively mortified. In all my years of diplomatic work, I have never been involved in such a scene. I would be in your debt if you could convince Rigard to never bring this up again.
Is last night coming back to you now?
Look, it's embarrassing enough without you rubbing it in. We drank far too much. Rigard bought me Rotmeth, thinking it was a taste of home and not some nasty wood elf swill. And I downed it without even looking to see what it was.
Why did you keep drinking the Rotmeth?
Because Rigard kept buying them. It's the first rule of diplomacy. Don't embarrass your host by refusing what they give you. But the second rule is don't make your guest drink like a wood elf pirate. Evidently, Rigard didn't know that.
I have one more favor to ask, friend. Could we try to keep this whole business just between us? I'm kind of new at this, you see. I was just appointed to the Covenant's delegation, and I'm worried they'll send me home if I foul it up.
Didn't you even look in the bag Rigard gave you?
I didn't even want dessert. We'd been eating and drinking all night. But since we'd been talking about cakes earlier in the evening, Rigard must have thought I had a sweet tooth. I was even more surprised than the guard when he found the skooma.
Why did the guard stop you?
It wasn't my finest hour. I may have relieved myself against the building along the way. And when the guard spoke sharply to me about that, I argued back at him. You know the rest of the tale.
That I do. Riggs.
My bestest friend. Thanks to your help, I can commit diplomacy again. Everyone here will know that they have been diplomatized by Rigard the Brush. But I still have no idea how things got so out of hand. Everyone was so upset.
You honestly don't understand the cause of all this trouble?
Diplomacy is hard work. I bought special drinks for Tanillin, but they made her sick. I ordered dessert for Ulgonash and tried to pay for dinner. Ulgonash got arrested, and the innkeeper kept my scepter. Now, I'm even more confused.
More confused? How?
I don't know what high elves like to drink, and I'm not sure why that man gave me a bag of skooma when I wanted something for my friend Ulgonash. I only wanted him to have good time. I am stumbled. Did Marisette Lemater have my scepter of office?
Here's your scepter, Rigard.
Thank you, friend. I am official Large Delegate again. Just think of the great diplomatic triumphs that are sure to come because you helped me. I do not have much gold left in purse, but what I have is yours.
A chain of offers made specially for Rigard the Brash, dedicated cultural ambassador of the Nords. Sell it to a merchant for gold.
Another diplomatic success. Thank you, friends. for an unforgettable night.
It was certainly a, well, unique experience.
Agreed. It was unique. Let's all agree to never speak of it again.
What an adventure! I'm sure King Yoren would be proud of the diplomacy I have committed today. Thank you again, friend. Without your help, my scepter of office would still be missing.
What are you going to do now?
I have spent all my advance for travel expenses and diplomatic entertaining. No matter, I am happy to diplomatize High Isle for free. Whatever else happens, they are sure to remember Rigord the Brush.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Alright, here we go.